Hi, it's good to have you still with us for more Explore Tulsa.
Many call the electric guitar the most important development of modern pop music.
We first saw it come on the scene in the 1930s, and today, guys like Seth Lee Jones have made building the guitar a true art form.
I want them all to have their own voice. I don't want to make a bunch of guitars that sound the same. That's just kind of boring to me. I enjoy making them because I'm leaving a mark on the earth. It's like doing the repair stuff. It's good, but I'm fixing something that's pre-existing. They're not going to look back at my legacy and go, "Oh, he's the guy who fixed this thing." I want them to look back and say, "He's the guy who made this thing." But really what I'm after when I make one is I want them to play the best I can make them play, and I want them to be unique unto themselves. I want each one to be its own thing, and for the most part I've been able to achieve that. I think the first time I had a guitar in my hands was 12 years old, and I saw somebody play this guitar lick, and I watched them real close, and my mom was there picking up some music because she was a teacher, and then I went home, and my mom was in there, and she put her guitar down for a little bit, and I went over and picked up her guitar and played what I saw the guy play, and my mom came from the other room and was like, "What are you doing touching my guitar?" But it was kind of one of those epiphany moments, like this aha moment for me, going to Roy and Candy's and watching this guy and going, "I think I can do that." It starts with materials, really. There's a whole lot of different woods that we use to make these. And then it starts in the kind of guitar that it's going to be. I predominantly stay with solid body and hollow body flat top electrics, no arch top stuff. So the difference is really summed up in those two features, the materials and the style of build. And those things have a lot to do with the way the instruments sound. Sometimes the tools kind of take over the building of the instrument. A lot of guys, in fact most guys that build guitars nowadays don't do most of the aspects by hand. I strive to do all parts of it by hand. I don't have a CNC machine in here, and I have no plans of getting one. And it's like I said earlier, I don't want to make a lot of the same thing. I want to make each one individual. It's art in my mind, Why did I come back to Tulsa? This is excellent. Los Angeles has got a whole lot of people that live there, and there's a whole lot of talented people that live there. And a lot of situations like mine, you can't see the forest for the trees. And in order for me to grow artistically in what I do, I needed space to do it. So I needed to go somewhere that had affordable living and still had a music community that I could help out. So it was a no-brainer to come back here. I was born here, and just the stuff that's been happening the last 5 years, what with downtown being revitalized like it has. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in Tulsa, and it's affordable to live here. So I can afford the space to grow. If I were still in Los Angeles, I'd still be working for somebody else. The amount of stuff, I can't stress enough, the amount of things I worked on in Los Angeles was astronomical. A lot of material went through my hands. And it's that 10,000 hours thing, like once you do something enough, you finally start getting better and better and better at it. I've had it beat into my head how to do this, and now I teach other people how to do it. I teach at Tulsa Wood Arts, and I have an entry-level guitar building course over there. It's a 12-week deal, and they walk away with a working guitar that they made. I go to great lengths to pick out pieces of wood that have character. I drove to Kansas, the middle of nowhere the other day, to dig through probably 1,000 board feet of walnut and walked away with maybe 16 board feet. I want to make stuff that is unique, and I really don't want to use production stuff because it's just kind of against what I'm trying to create, you know, like, it just depends on what you want to do with it. For me, I'm going to use the fancy tools to do it by hand.